All right, student. So now we're going to do the outside inspection based on, again, the order of the way they want it, okay? So the first one we're going to do for the outside inspection, after we already done the lights, so we're not going to do operation of the checklist for the lights, for the external lights. So here is the front of the vehicle, engine area. So the first one is the lenses. So the lenses that we're referring to are the lenses here. Yeah? We're talking about the lenses, okay? On both sides of the lenses, okay? And then here, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go and talk about the top light first, all right? Top lights, okay? Top lights, colors amber, clean, not broken or missing. Headlights, high and low beam, clean, not broken or missing. Turn signals, left and right turn, left and right lights, and four-way flash, clean, not broken or missing. All right. So once you say that, that's all we need to do in terms of the light itself. Okay. Once we're done with that, same thing again. We look under the truck. Nothing hanging, not leaking fuel or oil, not leaning from side to side, which may indicate suspension problem. So we need to make sure when we check here, we got to get ourselves all the way down. Okay, check completely. Okay, make sure it's not leaning from side to side. Okay, with the fuel level. So first thing first, we got to make sure we open the hood. All right, open on this side, then we come on the other side and open. All right. Anything that is regarding to fuel, then we have to make sure that we say it. Again, get your feet up, both hands, pull it open, one hand, pull against it to stop it, right, from falling. All right, okay, make sure it's down like that. The fluid level, right, the fluid level itself. So these are the coolant tank, right, the coolant tank itself. You're talking about the power steering tank reservoir, right? So these are the... Okay, fluid level. So basically these three things. Coolant reservoir, bolt tight, no cracks or leaks. Open cap to fill fluid to maximum. Hoses not cracked, worn, or leaks. Power steering reservoir, bolt tight, no cracks or leaks. Open cap to fill fluid to maximum. Hoses not cracked, worn, or leaks. Engine oil dipstick, no leaks. 1. I can check if the oil is at the correct level by 1. Remove the oil stick and clean it. 2. Reinsert it, the stick, and pull out again. 3. Check if the oil level is between minimum and maximum. Fill engine oil to maximum. All right. For the next one, then is fluid and air leaks, right? Fluid, obviously, we're talking about these hoses that we're talking about. Fluid, right? Air leaks, then we're looking at anything that is air leaks, airlines itself. These are the airlines itself that we're talking about for this particular case, right? So we've got to make sure that when we talk about it, we just kind of go over on this side, as well as we're going to come on to the other side, right? When we come on this side, we got to check this side, all the hoses as well. Make sure we check, make sure anything that is fluid or anything that is with airlines that we're going to need to check, right? Check, make sure we all are working properly, right? So again, we check, all good. Those are the things that we got to check on both sides. Steering box. We're talking about this one, power steering box. So you got to point to it, you notice? Make sure you point to each item that you're talking about so the examiner knows what you're looking at, all right? Power steering box, these are the hoses for the power steering box, all right? Next one, steering system. Pivot arm, drag link, and knuckle. You got pivot arm, drag link, and the knuckle following through, right? The knuckle is the last one, all right? So each one, you have to say it separately. Pitman arm. What do you have to say? Pitman arm, not worn or cracked. Drag link, not worn or cracked. And also the knuckle, not worn or cracked. You say it in that way, okay? Then you talk about a castle nut. Castle nut, we're pointing here. Castle nut and color key. That's the color key right here, right? Castle nut, not missing. Okay, and that's all you have to say. And then color keys, not missing. Bolts, these are the bolts, not missing. Okay, that's all you have to say. Then joints and sockets. Joint and sockets we're talking about here on this side here, right? Inside itself is a joint and sockets. As you can see over here too, there's a joints and sockets on inside here between it, right? So joints and socket, all you have to say are not worn or loose. Again, just point to it, are not worn or loose. And that's all, okay, for steering. Next one that we're gonna do is the steering axle, tires, okay, and then rims, lug nuts, all right? So what we're talking about here, tires, ICD, inflation, condition, depth. Inflate to manufacturer specification and use tire gauge to check the pressure. Condition, no cuts or damage, no bubbles or nails. Never recap. Depth, minimum 4/32 on the front tires, and that's it. Okay, so tires, again, we're talking about this tire here, and again, we're checking. If you look on the tire itself, it would tell you what the tire pressure that needs to be. As you can see here, take a look, bring it down, look at it, you see the tire pressure, it would tell you what the pressure is, what is maximum, low, and so forth, right? That's based on the manufacturer tire specification, okay? All right, condition, no cuts and bubble. So again, we're looking at the side, we're looking at the condition itself, how it should be. The depth, again, looking at the depth itself, 4/32 on the front tires, all right? Valve stem, the next one is, next one is the rim. No cracks, dent, or damage. No illegal wheel. Again, we're looking at the rim. All right, next one, lug nuts. All are present, not missing. Bolt tight, no broken studs, no signs of rust, trails, or shiny threads that may show looseness. Okay, lug nuts. Again, you gotta point and check them all. Make sure they're all present, right? Again, that's what you show there, okay? All right, now, you gotta say valve stem, okay? I know it's not on the list, but you gotta say the valve stem. Present and reachable, okay? Not missing cap and not no leaks, not damaged or broken, okay? Valve stem, again, you point to this, okay? Valve stem. It's part of the material. Even though it's not on here, you have to say that, okay? This one will be the brake lines and hoses, right? Or brake lines or hoses and leaks. And also we're going to talk about brake contaminants, okay? So these two are together. So what are we talking about here? So brake hoses, not leaking, no cracks or worn. Brake drum, no grease or oil to make sure no brake contaminant. Brake shoes, no grease or oil to make sure no brake contaminant. What we're talking about here is for brakes, then all we have to point at is the brake hose, right? Brake hose. This is the brake hose, right? Come on over, brake hose, right? So then you point in here for your brake drum and brake pad. Point in here, all right? Okay? So that's all you have to point at. Point in here for your brake drum and brake pad, right? Okay, the side of the vehicle, all right? Side of the vehicle that we're looking at is the lenses and reflectors, right? Lenses and reflectors. So here, number 11. Side of the light, side top lights, colors amber, clean, not broken or missing, right? So we're looking at those lights, top light here. Right. One, we talk about this one, right? Not the one in the back. The one in the back is the red color. So these two are the amber color. Okay? Right, so that's the side of the top light. Okay? Mirror. So we're talking about this mirror. Okay? Bow tie, no crack, Rubber seal is good condition and provides a clear view to the rear. Right, mirror again. Make sure to check. Make sure it's both tight on top. Okay, that's what we do. All right. Then the reflectors. Okay, reflectors. Talk about these reflectors. Right. Again, reflector color is yellow, clean. Come closer. Color is yellow, clean, not broken or missing, not peeling off. Okay, and then the battery. Here's the battery. Okay, battery is in here. Okay, battery. It is behind the battery door and it's secure. Connections are tight, no corrosion. All electrical cables and lines are secure and not cracked or worn. Okay, so this is the battery and this is the fuse. Right, where your fuse is at, fuse, that would be in here. But we don't. What we do in the outside inspection, we don't need to talk about this. We only talk about this. That's it. All right. Okay. Now, bolt tight, cap is tight, and no diesel leaks. DEF. This bus does not have DEF. If yes, make sure bolt tight, cap is tight, and no DEF leak. You don't really need to open it to check it and all that, right? You don't have to do that. Again, you do like this, check it, make sure the cap is tight, and that would be sufficient. Okay, if you want to do it like that. Okay, so with that, and make sure there's no leak. Right? Okay, so you can do it like this if you like. Again, press it, open up, check it, make sure there's no leak. Then you're checking, you're looking at it, and make sure it's tight there. Okay? All right. So that's with this one. All right, we're going to talk about a frame. Okay, as you can see. Next one is the frames. Okay, frames then, no cracks, broken wheel, holes, or any damage to the frame. So we're pretty much looking at this frame itself. Okay, come back. All right, so first we're going to talk about the lights. Top lights, red in color, clean, not broken or missing. Left and right turn signals, amber in color, clean, not broken or missing. Okay, we're talking about these two turn signals, right? Then we'll talk about the emergency and brake lights. Red in color, clean, not broken or missing. Again, we're talking about these lights. Okay? And then this is for your backup light, right? For your backup light, clear in color, clean, not broken or missing. And that's it. And then next one, emergency exit. Bolt tight, mount security, open and close properly, and rubber seal, no cracks or tears, no tears, right? And then the reflectors. Make sure all reflectors are not peeling off and no discoloration. Again, reflectors. Make sure all reflectors are not peeling off and no discoloration. Okay, so this is the rear with emergency door. You're able to open it up, and you can shut, right? At the same time, here's the reflectors, okay? You can check, it's all present, it's all present, all right? So that's it. Lastly, remember, this is whole truck, whole bus, right? So we're gonna check on this side also. So we're gonna tell them, says, we're gonna check the same way as I did on the other side, and be sure that everything is proper on this side, in the same format. Okay, for this video, we're going to talk about the outside inspection. So exterior inspection, right? So which means we're going to be doing from here on. This is to check the lights. So we're not going to do that on this video. So checking the lights, you're going to have the examiner standing outside and do that, okay? To help you to check your lights. Now, for this video, we're going to talk about from front of the vehicle, the engine area, and moving on forward, okay? For the bus, all right? So here, this is the stuff we're gonna say. All right, so front of the bus side, lenses, okay, top lights, color is amber, clean, not broken or missing. Headlights, high and low beams, clean, not broken or missing. Turn signal, left and right lights and four-way flash, clean, not broken or missing. Look under the truck. Nothing hanging, not leaking fuel or oil, not leaning from side to side, which may indicate suspension problem. Okay, so all you have to do is say all that. That's good. Then now you move on to the engine section. Okay, so coolant tank, which is on the driver's side. Okay, from the coolant tank, bolt tight, no cracks or leaks. Open cap to fill fluid to maximum. Hoses not cracked, worn, or leaks. Power steering tank, bolt tight, no cracks or leaks. Open cap to fill fluid to maximum. Hoses not cracked, worn, or leaks. Engine oil dipstick, no leaks. I can check if the oil is at the correct level by, number 1, remove the oil stick and clean it. Number 2, reinsert the sticks and pull out again. Number 3, check if the oil level is between minimum and maximum. Fill engine oil to maximum. Okay, so where is that? So basically we have here lenses, we talked about. Fluid level, we talked about. Then fluid and air leak, that's next. Okay, so so we basically, then we have to, again, hoses, all the hoses. Then we have to look at all hoses not dripping fluids around the engine. All airlines are not leaking any air. Okay, so basically we need to talk about that because of this section here, fluid and air leak. Okay, so we're gonna make sure that we talked about that. All right, fluid level, again, is something what we have talked about here. Those are the levels that we need to check and how to add them. Okay, those are for the coolant tank, power steering tank, and the engine oil. Right, so that's where we fill where we fill the engine oil, right? Okay, so that's that one right there. Okay, all right, so that's that. And then now we're going to come down further, okay, for the outside inspection. Then the next section will be the steering, right? So the next one, steering system. Okay, steering system. Right, steering system, then you have to talk about the power steering box first. Okay, power steering box, bolt tight, no leaks. Steering hoses, not cracked, worn, or leaks. Steering system, pivot arm, not worn or cracked. Drag link, not worn or cracked. Knuckle, not worn or cracked. Castle nut, not missing. Cutter keys, not missing. Bolts, not worn or cracked. Joints, not worn or cracked. Sockets, not worn or loose. Okay, so once you say that, we're all good. Now next sections. Okay, so now we're going to come down to the steering axle section. Okay, so you got the tire, rim, lug nuts. Okay, so we're going to do that first. All right, for the tire. All right, so what do we have here? All right, inflate to manufacturer specification. Use tire gauge to check the pressure. Condition, no cuts or damage, no bubbles or nails, never recap. Okay, now this here, for the rear, you're able to recap. That's just an extra credit for you, okay? Just only for your knowledge. For the DMV unless, well, at least you know what you need to say, the differences between the front axle and the rear axle. So the first axle and the second and third axle, the differences. So it's good to know the knowledge, but you do not need to do it for Fontana DMV. So unless they ask you or the examiner wants to know, then at least you know what to say, right? The difference. So the condition, again, for the rear, then is able to recap, okay? But for the front axle, is never recapped. Very important, all right? Then something with the depth. Minimum 4/32 inch on the front tire. And that's all you need to say, okay? Now, again, extra credit for you, for your knowledge only, okay? Unless they ask, then you might need to answer, okay? But at least you know what the thickness is for the rear, right? Minimum 2/32 inch for the rear tires, okay? And the rear tires is dual tire because it's two of them, right? So make sure we say that, okay? Valve stem, present and reachable, not missing cap and no leaks, not damaged or broken, right? Rims, no cracks, dents, or damage, no illegal weld. Lug nuts, all are present, not missing, bolt tight, no broken studs, no sign of rusty threads, no sign of rusty trails or shiny threads that may show looseness. Okay, so that's that one. Now then, we come down to next section. As you can see, next section that we're going to look at the spring mount and the airbag and shocks, right? So that's this portion. And then we'll talk about the brake lines or the hose. So brake line means hoses, right? Brake hose. And the leaks, okay? And also brake contaminants. Okay, so we're going to talk about that right now. Okay, all right. So spring mount, not cracked, broken, or missing any parts. Leaf spring, not cracked, broken, or missing any part, not shifted. Shock absorber, bolt tight and not damaged or leaking. All right. Brake hose, not leaking, no crack or worn. Brake drum, no grease or oil to make sure no brake contaminant. Brake shoes, no grease or oil to make sure no brake contaminants. Okay. Backup light, clear in color, clean, not broken or missing. Emergency exit, both tight, mounted securely, open and close properly, and rubber seal, no cracks, no tears, right? And then reflector, make sure all reflectors are not peeling off and no discoloration, right? Again, before you're done, you're going to tell them, says, I will inspect my passenger side of the bus the same way as my driver's side, okay? So you're going to inspect the other side, all right? Once you inspect, if everything is good, I have finished my outside inspection, all right? Same format. All right. Hopefully this is a useful information for all of our students and we're from different states. Welcome to make comments if you like, subscribe, and all those good things, right? Subscribe, like, make comments, and feel free to let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Okay? Good luck on your tests, and we'll see you on the next video. All right.
喜欢我的频道，关注、点赞、转发，扫一扫我的个人联络二维码。